Sweet! We made a noise. All right. So, good morning, everybody. We have some people here. I have a reveal for the Medallion Club as well as, which I'll do at the very end for those of you who haven't done this before. Just in case anybody's still trying to keep it a surprise, most of the boxes have arrived, with the exception of internationals and anniversaries, which had a bit of a blip. But there is a contest that I have going on. So the ones in the Medallion Club will be the only people that are aware of it until this point. So it'll be kind of cool. We're going to do some fun stuff. And I've extended it out because boxes are arriving a little bit later than I'd hoped. And that'll give you guys more time to do that. So I'll give you guys information on that at the end because it's a bit of a spoiler too. So yeah, but there's enough time in the contest. It ends, entries are due December 31st. And that means if you don't want spoilers, you should be good to not learn about the contest until a little bit later. But I'll start posting about it starting today. Trying to do it as spoiler free as I can, but it's so hard to manage all the things. But yeah, pretty much everybody should have their boxes soon. But this one's a really cool one, so it'll be fun. All right, we have this morning Cindy in the chat. Hello, how's it going? Holly's here. Hi, Holly. Teresa's here. Kool-Aid Man it in. Poof. I did that in Haley's artist stream the other day. I was like, I'm going to Kool-Aid Man in there. Bam! Hi, everybody. Which is kind of fun. We have Andrea. Good morning, Andrea. Anna, good morning. Haley's here. She knows about the stream and me Kool-Aid manning it in, even if she might not understand the reference, because, yeah, that might be a little bit too old, but it's all right. All right, and then for Hooves One Heart Studios, hello. We have some people on Instagram that I'm waving to. Who is here? AQHA Mom, how's it going? Ilza? Rainy Casey, hello. The Kelpie Corral, hello. Kale Keepsakes, Karen, hi. Labrel Manderas, hello. Frail 1979, hello. We have Zoya, hello. Black Lioness Art, hello. All right, so we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I have Instagram running on its own device because Instagram is special and doesn't like my streaming software. If you are on Instagram and you're like, what is this live thing? There hasn't been one for a while. There actually has been. They've been on Facebook and YouTube because Instagram just doesn't want to cooperate. All right, we have Julie. Hello, Julie. Marcia, good morning. Haley's like, I understand the reference. You really did come crashing in. I totally did. Lisa, good morning. Amy, good morning. All right, so yeah, there's a contest that I'm going to be talking about a little bit later on. Still shipping Last of Q and getting the R's ready. It should really start moving after this point. I got a new brace for my tendonitis in my thumb and wrist, which disables my... I can't move it more than that. So hopefully that lets it heal a little bit faster. This one's not being as bad, so hopefully I don't burn this one out while I'm trying to heal this one. It definitely makes sanding on things... I should just tie sandpaper to this, and then I can sand like that. That would be so much easier. Yeah, so it'll be really cool. I have some stuff from Breyer to share because they revealed their celebration horse, which is really cool. If you guys haven't watched the YouTube video for this, it's a tearjerker, and it sounds like they're going to make the whole thing very tearjerker worthy, so that should be really cool. Teresa, multitasking queen. Holly, with the contest, because it came printed, does that mean we can only use... No, I will explain that closer to the end. So the contest does involve either painting of the medallion or a coloring contest. You can do either, and depending on how many entries we have, there might be more or less of one or the other. But you don't have to use traditional media. I'm providing you guys with a PDF that you can also digitally color if you want. Or if you want to go totally out of the box and do something crazy, you're more than welcome to, and we'll figure it out. But yeah, it should be really fun. I'm really excited. Just make an entire sandpaper glove, like one of those cat grooming gloves. That's actually genius. And just like... And then I wouldn't even need to, like, that's no pain on my wrist at all. I love that. That's awesome. All right. So yeah, should be really cool, really fun. You can, well, if you guys could see, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's biters everywhere. So that's progressing. Yay, progression. And then Chris has a whole bunch more that he has cast up, and that we're going to be, Friday is another casting day next week, that he has off, and we are devoting entirely to getting Biters cast. So pray to the casting gods that everything works out and it works easy and we can get these going. So yeah. I did get Brandon Sanderson books in, and I wanted to show you guys something I got to show a couple months ago. Let's see if I can pull them up. Because this is a weird hidden hobby treasure that I didn't even know existed. So Bobby was selling stamps, and they're really cute. And I got really excited because they're pony stamps, and I can pony stamp on the boxes, which is always fun. Look at that doggo. And then I spied with my little eye something that I recognized. And it is from Rain Tree Originals, which I don't think had any association with Briar themselves. But that looks like Gem Twist. And then there was another Kathleen Moody one. So she had actually a few Kathleen Moody's, and I had to pick my favorites because I already had the other ones. But look at that. Isn't that cool? Little hobby random treasures you find in places. It's like, oh, I love Kathleen Moody. And I hope she's going to Briarfest. I will have to ask her because that would be so cool. I would really like to meet her in person. It'd be so fun. I get to geek out with you guys. It'd be so fun. But yeah, so Briarfest should be a thing. I will probably try and set up some sort of social media meet and greety thing or let you guys know where I'm going to be for a meet and greet of some sort. I don't know if Briar wants to arrange something, so I'm leaving it till closer to decide what that looks like. I'm also a little skittish. If there's like a crowd of people, I don't know what I'll do with myself. So, yeah, but I know a lot of you guys want to meet me in person at Briarfest, and it can be a little challenging to, like, I don't know, it might be better to just do a thing where it's like, everybody come here and say hi. And I'll probably have it in tandem with something else, so if there's, like, the Artisans Gallery or something, and you guys want to say hi on your way in, or something like that, I have no idea. I probably won't have a booth there. It's a little complicated to try and show up to an event like that, being from another country, and sell stuff. So, yeah. Plus, that ties me down, and I want to look at all the things and say hi to people and not have to, like, I don't know. We'll see. But I probably won't be in the Artisans Gallery with an official booth of any sort. I will probably be wandering like a normal human, because I am a normal human. I just happen to make pony things with my hands that are now messed up. What do we got? Katie says challenge accepted. Haley's saying, can we paint the medallion and digitally color the drawing? Would both entries be okay to go together? You can do whatever you want, really. If you want to paint the medallion and enter a digitally colored drawing, you can do that. Don't digitally alter your model horse art. You could put a cool background behind it. But if you're painting the medallion, I wouldn't alter that digitally. Why are we not funding this? What is Amy talking about? I missed it. Oh, the sandpaper glove? Marcia says, I think I need about 10 of the medallions. So many ideas. It should be a really fun one. I'm really excited to show you guys more of what this looks like. Black Lioness art. Are you, out of curiosity, if you're okay with this, how many ankle biter models are in one batch? The batches actually vary. Some of them are more, some of them are less, so there's not a consistent number necessarily. I was trying to keep it in around about the same, and then that got messed up along the way. But there's about, we've shipped 260, so that would mean 40 or so left, and they do go quite slow because each individual horse, as my wrist can attest to, so they have a seam around the face that ends up needing to be dealt with and blended so that it doesn't look like there's a seam around the face. Because of her mouth being open, we had to cast it a little bit differently. And then there's pretty excessive cleanup that needs to happen, and her feet need to be individually filled because the resin doesn't get all the way in there. And then she needs to be counterbalanced, and then legs repositioned because the legs don't come out of the mold the way they should. To make her stand properly, and then there's resin put on one side to counterweight her so that she doesn't fall over. And then if they have bases, the bases are ground out and then re-epoxied in. So there's a lot of work that happens to try and get each of them out the door. So it varies quite a bit. I think the last batches only have a couple people in them. So like I said, the batches will get smaller towards the end and then we'll end up with less people. I believe, I can't even remember what we're at. I think most of the batches are between 10 and 20. So yeah, depends on if they have bases, if they don't have bases, stuff like that. But all the people in queue have been notified, and we're starting to notify the R's that your shipment's coming. Your address will be confirmed once we get closer to, and I'm actually have the resin and I'm actively working on it. I don't want to give people too much of a heads up for addresses, just in case something changes and then people get frustrated that they're waiting. But I did send out emails to everybody kind of explaining the situation 2 weeks ago, and with the aim to try and get everybody done by Christmas. And if that doesn't happen, I have an ulterior plan, but the goal is that, and I'll tell you guys more as I get closer to what that looks like if we end up having to use that alternative plan. Go from there. Haley's looking forward to seeing me at Briarfest. It should be really fun. I'm really excited to meet everybody. Chestnut mare syndrome. Yes, she is the storm. She's a very giant pain in the butt storm, tropical storm causing damage in her wake. So yeah, that's the thing. Ding dingies. I didn't get any stickers or anything in the mail, and I haven't posted those medallions that I was going to post for sale, but I'm going to try and do that this week. The focus has been trying to get these biters going, but this one and this one are done. This one is glossy, so I'll be posting those up for sale probably this week. I need to get them up so that there's something moving, and then we'll reassess what the sale looks like, because as you can see behind me, Tater is not yet in a mold. Yeah, only so many things I can do at once. But I might end up having Tater and Biter scanned at the same time by the company I would usually use, instead of doing it myself with my own scanner. And then they'll be at least in the queue for making smaller. And like I've said before, Biter in mini version to go with Little Bucker probably won't be done by us here, or me here, because I will have severe Biter PTSD and won't be able to look at another one for a while after this. And then micros are off the table for a little bit, especially with this. I don't have anybody that can help clean micros, so that is what it is. Unless I send them out raw, but I don't like doing that, because not everybody has the skill set to be able to prep everything, and there's not a lot of preppers in the hobby. And I know that's a challenge. So like with the biters, I'm trying to send them out as nice as I can, so that you don't have a lot of seams or anything to worry about, or any filling and stuff. Like, there'll be minor prep like there is normally. Basically, every resin on the market you'll need to prep in some way, shape, or form. The Opes have some sort of crazy magic, and I don't know what it is, but their stuff comes so clean that it almost doesn't need any prepping. Especially if you get in early in the edition, because their first molds are just ridiculous. Like, you just touch your fingernail to the seam and it pops off. So that's some kind of magic that only the Opes seem to possess. Yeah, so that's the thing. But there will be cool stuff coming. You can see I've shown this guy on the stream before, or this gal on the stream before. Our cool Arab medallion that'll be available for the sale. There'll be a couple of things when I get things going that will be available to the public, because the Medallion Club medallions aren't open to the general public anymore. They are limited. So, yeah. Hi, Love Kid 23. Tater's not tatering. Tater's gonna tate. Yes. Oh my god. Ah, Taters. At least he's a good boy, and he's like, I am patiently waiting. Just gonna tater. Because we like it. The Tater's going to date. He's such a good boy. I can't wait. And then that poll I'm going to put up. I wanted to have completed pictures of him before, and he's just really only needs the final cleanup, and then he's ready for his mold. Everything else is done. His tail is done. His hair is done. His details are done. He's got little chestnuts. All the things. didn't forget the chestnuts, but I love his freaking face. His face makes me so happy. He's just a good ranch boy. So yeah. And then I do have new art for the new ponies. I will be showing more of that, but I wanted to keep this stream a little bit shorter so that I can get stuff sorted out. Like I was saying earlier, the Medallion Club is all shipped with the exception of a glitch with so the anniversary is shipped at the same time as everybody else, but for whatever reason, there was an issue with the tracking on the boxes. And the shipper didn't have that in the manifest properly, so I fixed that problem. And normally they'd notify me right away and say there's an issue with the tracking because the boxes can't cross the border if things don't align on the manifest. And they didn't, for whatever reason, notify me. I think they're a little bit swamped with Christmas coming up and all that good stuff. And Black Friday, we had our sale stuff with Amazon not long ago. So, yeah, because Canadian Thanksgiving's before American Thanksgiving. But yeah, so I've got that fixed and they should be crossing the border right away. I have notifications on my thing set so that I can see that, and it doesn't look like they've crossed just yet, but they should be very soon, which would be exciting. I'm trying to get in as much as I can before I have to switch to all the spoilery stuff. Oi, okay, let's do the Briar. You can see all my comments. So the Briar Celebration horse, and I'll have to move Instagram for this. Let me flip the camera. All right. So the Briar Celebration horse is a horse called Athenian Lady, and she's really pretty. I'm really quite excited. It's a nice mold too. They picked Dundee, and the story, so if you haven't read the story or listened to the story on YouTube that Briar posted, you need to, because it's really, really good. The horse was a rescue. They didn't really think she was able to do anything, and so the owner basically just kept showing her and trying, and finally got into Western dressage and just kicked butt. So a horse that was thrown away ended up being a massive champion. And she's so pretty. I love her little off the snoot marking. So then on the Dundee mold, which is really quite nice, I'm excited. So we're gonna have like 15 million bodies of this mold, which would be really cool. And the owner was like in tears. She was so excited to have her horse be a Briar, and that's kind of what it's all about. So let's see, switch back here. Yeah, it's really, really exciting, and I'm sure that owner is just over the moon that she got picked, and we all know what that feels like to be like, oh my god, my dream came true. It's so cool. So yeah, if you haven't watched the YouTube video that Briar posted, you should, because it's awesome. Let's see. Do I have any new sculptures in progress? So I just showed Tater and then a couple of medallions. You can kind of see them behind me. And then Bombas would be the only other one. So the Unicorn Drafty. And this one is not done yet, as you can see by his lack of feathers and being finished in 500 different colors. There's still tinfoil showing. But drafty thing. So this one will be coming later. He is standing on a Fireheart head, which is epic. I quite enjoy that idea. And then Tater, which is the one I just showed. So performance, stocky horsey thing. And then I have a bunch of medallions in the works for the sale that was supposed to be last month and didn't happen because I'm working on getting the biters done and then getting all the rest of it. I do really like the mold. Like, Facebook is commenting that the mold for Athena is really nice. So yeah, there's lots of stuff coming, but biters have been the focus, but we will have new stuff. And I do have a peek of the Medallion Club medallion. Actually, that I will peek in a second. So that I don't spoil it for all the people who don't want to be spoiled. All right. So if you are not wanting spoilers, you might want to run away now. I will count to a count of like 10 and then I'll have to spoil away. So the Medallion Club is all shipped. And then anybody who wants to join into it, the club is open from the 1st of the month until the 16th. And then it shuts down and we wait for another 2 months before it opens up again. So yeah, should be fun. But in about 3 seconds, I'm going to show you what comes in the boxes. So must run if you do not want spoilers. But if you want spoilers, you're here. Yay! And then I will show you information on the contest. So first up, spoilers. This is Zysis. Zysis is awesome. Dun, 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 dun. Bam. So let's see if I can make the lights make this not look like crud. Nope. And you'll have to excuse my jumping around as I try and make this not look like crud. So there's better pictures on the website, but Zysis is a dragon pony. There are little teethers. There are many horns. And my light is like not making this work very well. And for Instagram, it is mirrored. So you're seeing the opposite. He's meant to be kind of shaped like the knight piece in chess. And that's kind of a fun pun on purpose. But there's all sorts of scale details. He's got scales on his shoulders. He's got all of his belly scales. He's got the scales and the horns on the back of his neck. He's got horns on his head and around his eyes and down on his nose, which is kind of an homage to Blue. Blue used to have my iguana little tiny horns on his nose. And then the teethers, all the teeth details. It's so hard to get the stream to show a nice white resin, but yeah. And then he comes with a cool multicolored pencil that I couldn't resist myself because they're very cool. It has 4 different colors in it. There. It is rainbow colored to begin with, and then it has a whole bunch of different colors inside the lead, so you can draw in all the colors. So when you're scribbling with it, it comes out rainbows, which was fitting for a coloring contest. So the contest, I will show the information on the screen in a minute. But you can either paint the medallion itself and submit photos of your painted medallion. You're also welcome to customize it in any way you want. Or you can do, or technically, color the line art. And I really like him because he looks so majestic here. He's like, I'm majestic and scary. And then his little tiny legs. He's got pony legs. I quite enjoy it. So again, for Instagram, as you can see, it is mirrored, but you get the idea. I'll show you the website in a minute. I don't know if I would want to ride a fire-breathing little dragon pony, but he's super cute. So you can color the line art. I am providing the digital file, so you can either print it out bigger if you want to, or if you want to color the one that it came with, you're welcome to. If you want to color it digitally, you're welcome to do that. Yeah. Holly saying, I'll have you know that picking colors for this newest medallion is both very hard and very easy. Maleficent was the first thing that popped into my head. Oh yes, do it. That'd be so cool. Can't paint that because everybody's going to paint it black, purple, and green. There's a ton of iconic dragons, and I don't know. I don't think anyone's going to pick my second color option. And that's the cool thing. So as an artist, for me, as you can't tell, painting the fantasy pieces is a nice escape from your day-to-day mundane reality of painting. It can sometimes get a little bit boring, but it's the fantasy pieces that kind of give you a good break, like the glow technique on the eye for this guy. It's just so fun to be able to do something that's outside of the box every once in a while. And I know not everybody loves the fantasy medallions, and this one isn't really easy to convert into a not fantasy medallion. Are adult ponies dragon ponies? They are. And it just seemed kind of fitting if we're going into another Pony Fest to do something that was a little bit more fantastical. And it's Halloween month, or it was when I shipped it. So yeah, it's a thing. All right, let me show you guys the website. I will switch you guys back over. Woohoo! All right, so if you go to chrysalisstudios.com/Zysis, so that's ZYSIS, which is the name of this guy, you can see the coloring contest is up. I've extended the deadline to December 31st. If you're in the Medallion Club, it will show that it is November 30th. I've extended it out because the international boxes are going to take a little bit longer. My normal shipper needs a new contract with their international provider, so that means that nothing was going to ship the normal way, so I had to ship it a different way, which caused a delay. But yeah, so if you wanted to join in the coloring contest, it's open to the public as well as the Medallion Club. You can paint the medallion, so if you can get your hands on one, or if you want to join the club and get one, you can paint them that way, or you can color the line art coloring page that I have on the website. So, rules are that the entries are due December 31st by midnight Mountain Standard Time, which is my time zone up here in Canada, and they need to be emailed to chrysalisstudios@gmail.com. So you may enter either a painted Zysis medallion, which could include customization or not. I will clarify that on the website. Or a colored line art. And you can use digital or traditional methods, however you want to do it. There's pretty much no... Like, if you wanted to take Zysis and make him out of clay or customize a briar, we could do something special probably for that, because it's a lot of extra work. So I do say feel free to make alterations to the medallion or to the line art. So if you wanted to take the line art and edit it to give him bigger wings or something, you could do that. Or like a fan art version, you could do that. I think that would be kind of fun. It's kind of in the spirit of our hobby to open source, customize things and mess with stuff. So I think that'd be kind of neat. So you may submit more than one design, but you can only win the contest once. So if you submit in a couple of categories and you win for, say, the painted medallion, you can't win the coloring contest. And if you win the coloring contest, you can't win the painted medallion contest. But there might be subcategories that we split out, depending on how many entries there are. So if I get a whole bunch of people that decided to do digital and then a whole bunch of people that decided to do traditional coloring on the line art, I might split those categories out. Just depends on how many we're going to get. I don't want to split them out now if there's not going to be a whole bunch of entries, or if I don't know how to split it out. There might be a youth category and an adult category. We'll see how that goes. So the general open to the public version of the contest is first place would be a Zysis medallion box, and you can't get these through normal public sale, so they're going to be a little hard to get, so that's should be kind of fun. Which will be all the stuff in the goodie box. Second place is a $25 US gift certificate to stuff on my studio, so that could be going towards a medallion, could be going towards a deposit on a resin, it could go towards a painted piece if you wanted to put it towards a painted piece, or whatever. Anything I'm selling pretty well. Third place is a fun sticker pack. And then again, if we split these out, then I will rejig how the prizes work. I will probably offer the same prize pack to a split out category option. So if we took general and we split them out into digital and traditional coloring methods, because it's a little harder to get a hold of the medallion itself if you're doing the public version, unless you buy it from a club member or whatever, then we might split things out, and then those prizes would be cloned, and each category would have their own set of those same prizes. So for the Medallion Club members, which you have to be a member of the Medallion Club to enter, so these people would have the option of doing the painted medallion a lot easier than they would for the general. First place would be a Zysis medallion box, so you would get another awesome Zysis. And then you would also get a $50 US value gift certificate for the studio. And again, that applies to whatever you want to buy from me. It wouldn't apply to swag on the TeePublic store because that is offered through a different provider. I don't believe I can offer you credit on that site. But if you wanted to do it that way and you wanted to spend it all on cool t-shirts, I'm sure I could jig something out and give you a gift certificate to TeePublic instead of for the Chrysalis Studio stuff. But if it applies to unpainted customs I might sell, painted things I might sell, resins I might sell, the Medallion Club, medallions, all swag, stuff like that, then kind of cool. Or you could apply it to your Medallion Club payment and I could get that refunded to you for 2 months. That would work too. Second place would be a $25 gift certificate to all the things that I just mentioned several times. And then third place is a box of studio swag. And then again, if we get a whole bunch of entries for the Medallion Club, I will split those prizes out and there will be more offered. All right. So this is a disclaimer saying more prizes are possible for a kids category, potentially. Medallions might be split up from flat art entries or digital from traditional. This is at the contest holder's sole discretion, which is mine. And I will let you guys know if that, once we start getting entries in, I'll be able to tell what it's going to look like. So winners will be announced on January 15th of next year, 2024, because we are so close to next year. Then you can download the digital line art here. So you just click on the download tab. It'll bring it up. In another window. And then you can either print them bigger, print them on different paper. In the Medallion Club boxes, he does come on nice paper, but I know that there's a potential that they might get bent in shipping. So you're welcome to print him out or use him digitally, however you want to do that. So yeah, should be fun. If you want to enter, I will post a link to that on all my socials very shortly. Or if you just go to chrysalisstudios.com, I believe it is under the homepage, right? Instagram can see it, but you guys can't because you're there. You go. Now, there. You just go home, sizes. So, yeah. That should be fun. I'm excited. I think dragon ponies are going to be a fun thing to color and to customize and to do things with. Like, you could even take him and add wings to him if you wanted to customize a version like that. Alterations are totally allowed, so should be fun. All right, so I guess on that note, I should probably get that information posted up. It'll probably be done by later today. I'm going to keep working on biters in the studio. Let me just double check on comments and see where we go from there. Donkey dragons from Shrek Crew to look like. Yes! Donkey dragons. Like that. So cute. But this opens up the opportunity for you to use metallics, pearls, color changing, iridescence, holographics. Like, this is why I love fantasy stuff, because you can just, your brain can wander whatever direction you want. And it's nice with something that there's an existing thing of. Sort of a hippocampus horses, the fish horses. You can look up all of the cool references for different colors of fish, and there's tons out there. Or with dragons and horses, there's tons of dragon references already out there, and playing with the colors and mixing, matching what you like. It'd be really neat. All ponies are fire-breathing dragons. That's kind of the pun involved in it. I think it's cool. And he's a little bit more on the extreme dragony side, which is even more fun because it gives you scales and all the cool stuff and horns to play with. Yep. Teresa saying, my first killer cornflakes pony was a fire-breathing dragon pony. And as somebody who almost exclusively loves chestnut mares, I would absolutely love to ride a fiery dragon pony. It'd be very cool. They would be very opinionated, I would think. No rules. Yeah, I extended it out for international people as well as it's a lot to do in a month, and I know that takes a little bit of time. Katie's like... All right, Julie, have a good one. It was nice to chat. Plotting already, says Amy. Brooke says, I have ideas. Andrea says, Sanderson box. I can show the Sanderson boxes. So I missed one. For those of you who don't know, I follow Brandon Sanderson, who's like the king of fantasy awesome, as well as the king of awesome in general, because he does all sorts of cool stuff. I did get the Sunlit Man book, and it came with This is really hard to do without the use of a thumb. With shinies! So it came with a sticker. And then his awesome, sparkly, glittery, epic bookmarks. A Kaladin pin, and Kaladin is from the Stormlight series, and that's my favorite series by Brandon Sanderson. And then the book has black edging. It is gorgeous. This is the last book in the set of 4 surprise books that he happened to write during COVID and told us all about to do his crazy Kickstarter, which beat all the records. Yep. But they're cool. So he's like the master of surprise and adding extra awesome and exceeding expectations. So I have a lot to live up to. It came with the next box, which is the Stormlight box, which is kind of my favorite book series. Has this awesome satchel, which is like, it's substantial. I wish I could do stuff like this for model horses. Maybe one day I'll get there if I do like a $20 million Kickstarter. It's got a whole bunch of different pockets in it. It's got straps in it. It says Stormlight on the inside. Ah. And it came with Syl, who goes with Kaladin, which makes my heart smile. And then there were awesome car air fresheners of all different designs on the inside. There's a Chal and a Cavern Beast and a Syl again, because Syl is awesome. And then a Shard Blade. So this was, you could do either just the books or you could do the books and then the boxes every month of awesome stuff. That's an epic Shard Blade. I believe it doubles as a bottle opener. But look at it, it's so shiny. So if I have my own Spren, then that's totally a thing that I will do. So yeah, very exciting. I think YouTube just decided to poop itself. Well, Instagram, you guys win this time, because YouTube and Facebook decided they didn't want to live. And it also came with I think it's 3D printed. So he has the miniature figures that he did a Kickstarter for that I didn't do because I was like, oh, I don't need miniature figures. And now I have one, so now do I need all the rest of them? But I believe they're 3D printed. This is Talon. And there's a lot of really cool details to it. I like how the pixel is like, oh yeah, I can do tiny photos, whereas my main camera is like, I can't do tiny photos. It's still like, I see your face. We can't do images without your face. I'm just showing it to the other camera. There. That's a little better. Super, super cool. It makes like a tingy sound. So I think it was 3D printed. It looks like it was 3D printed. I can't see any mold lines on, like the registration marks for the layer lines. That's what I meant to say. So I don't know. It could have been mass produced because he had enough of them. I can't even remember how many of these things he sold, but there was a lot per month that he's been shipping. Like tens of thousands, if not more than that. I think the books were potentially more than that. And I've read and listened to all of the books, which is really exciting. I still like Tress. Tress is probably my favorite. Sunlit Man was really good. A Wizard's Guide to Medieval England was good. I'd say it's more on the okay. I liked Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, which was the kind of more anime Japanese inspired one. But yeah, if you like being odd and surprised and you like fantasy stuff, you need to check out Brandon Sanderson. He's really cool. I want to grow up to be like him. Green Rider series. I haven't read the whole Green Rider series, but I've read a few of them. They are very good. I can't remember why I didn't finish those. Might have to get back into it. Too many things to do. Green Rider would actually be something fun to listen to while I'm doing studio stuff. Pretty fluff and awesome. There is always room for more fluff and awesome, I think. I really enjoy surprising and delighting and doing all the cool things. There might be surprises for Breyerfest in store, so we'll see how that goes. But I already surprised you with Premier Horses, so surprise! Hi Ellen, we're almost done, but you can always go back and watch. Let's see. Andrea says I haven't started Sunlit Man since I'm in the Green Rider series right now. So Sunlit Man is the tie-in with the Cosmere stuff. Well, 3 of them tied into the Cosmere. This one's like direct. And yeah, it's very enchanting. I like it. Katie says Bombus, he's based off a Floofy Unicorn medallion from earlier this year. So Bombus is actually, he came first, the full sculpture did, and then I did a medallion version of him afterwards. That's the guy. And he will be coming out later when he's done. And I might do a different kind of sales method. So Tater's going to be cast and sold as they're ready to ship out, so that there won't be wait lines and all the good things that I've learned from Biter. Because I've never sold open edition that was sold like she was. And if you watch the apology video or any of the other updates that I've done, I've learned lots of lessons from her, and I won't be repeating them because I can't. Yeah. But that's okay. We will learn. We will move on. Everyone will get their awesome Biters. They will be surprised and delighted because she's awesome. And then we will move on to things done in a different way so you guys can get your ponies faster and enjoy them sooner. And I will be much less stressed, which means much more life quality and happiness and more art, because I will be able to do that in between things. So yeah, I guess on that note, I'll let you guys go. When I have more information on any of the things, I will post them. I will see how I can get a poll up on one of the pages or maybe send it out through email. But I need finished photos of the Tater to do that. And then we'll kind of go from there. Da, da, da. Love Green Rider. Yes to audio. Perfect. Hi, Twyla. Damn Facebook, I never get a notification. Oh. So you can also sub in on YouTube, and then YouTube will send you a notification whenever I go live as well. And that might be helpful. So I am on YouTube and Facebook, and I did this stream on Instagram, so hopefully it helps. La, la, la. So yeah, I guess on that note, I will let you guys proceed with your Sunday. This is a reasonably short-ish stream compared to some of them. They are not 2-hour video conferences, contrary to popular troll belief. They are usually about an hour to a little bit over, depending on how much I have to talk about. But check out that coloring contest on the website. I'll be posting more information to the socials about all of that and how to enter. And then we will hopefully have all these biters done magically soon. Okay. All right. Well, I love you guys. I will send you more information when I have it. And I will see you next time. Probably next Sunday. Same bat time, same bat channel. If you want notifications, YouTube is probably the best for that. Or go to Facebook and hit the little notification-y thingy, and it will let you know when I do the things. Cool. All right. See you guys later. Love ya. Bye. And we will see you guys later, because you're awesome and you're on Facebook, and Instagram had a lead in, so you guys get a lead out. Ha ha ha. All right. And you guys are chatting more. So, all right. We'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye-bye for now. Don't feed trolls. You could feed trolls to the dragon horse, actually. Feed trolls to the dragon